Hey guys, it's Emery. Sorry, I said this video was going to be up on Saturday, but let's just get started. I got busy. So, the main question that I've been getting is, how did you know that you were trans? How do I know if I'm trans? What is the defining moment? How were you absolutely sure? It comes in different forms, but it comes a lot. It's a difficult question to answer. For me, what helped me make sure that that's what I wanted to do. So, okay, here's my process. I started out, I met someone in San Francisco who was FTM. And it was the first time I'd seen a binder. It's the first time I'd ever had a conversation with someone who was trans. I'd seen a few people on YouTube and didn't think much of it. I thought they were really cool and I thought that I could relate because I always saw myself as androgynous. That's the word that I had. I didn't think gender meant that much and it didn't really matter. But as I got older, I got more and more dysphoric in bed, honestly. I met my friend Matt in San Francisco, and I told him that I felt like I was like him, but that I wasn't sure. And he told me about being genderqueer, and that I didn't have to transition just because I wanted to bind, and I didn't have to define anything. And that was when I was 20, the summer of 2008, I think it was. And so I went home and I ordered a binder from Underworks, and it wasn't received very well by the relationship I was in at the time. But again, I was sort of sick in my addiction. I was drinking a lot and using and didn't really care what was going on with my body or in my head. Sometimes I wore my binder out, nobody noticed. It was like a thing for me. It was for me. And it did make me feel more comfortable. So I had the conversation with Matt. I went home, I kept watching YouTube videos, I kept getting in contact with guys. I was identifying as genderqueer on Tumblr, which is the only place that I found any sort of acceptance and relatability. I was making some YouTube videos, but nobody was really watching them. I got in touch with Ryan Casada and did a little channel with him, and I met some cool people, got more involved a little bit. I think I had like 30 YouTube subscribers for a long time. And then I got into a new relationship and I got sober. And that was a really pivotal point in my life in general because it forced me to take a look at what was going on with me. And I've always written a lot, but I would write and then I would like toss it aside. I didn't analyze it. I didn't think, oh wow, that was very profound. It must mean something. I was just like, okay, I spat out some dark shit and now I can move on with my day. But facing what was going on with me is what made me realize what was going on with me. Sitting down and writing completely 100% honest about what I was feeling. And it wasn't like, today is Monday and I feel sad. It was metaphorical and, you know, just, it's writing. It's my own style of writing. And that's what worked for me. And then, you know, talking to people that I trusted not to judge me about the way I was feeling. But again, you have to take everything that people say with a grain of salt because only you know what's right for you. And to be honest, I never knew 100%. I mean, I know now, but I didn't know until like 3 months on T. I had this fear that I was, you know, conforming to society and I shouldn't have to transition in order to be comfortable because gender is a social construct and all this stuff. But, you know, we're humans and there's... This is a little long-winded. What I want to say is that it takes willingness and energy to dig deep. And that's something that's really hard to do when you're depressed. And I was very depressed for a long time. And a lot of the people who message me on Tumblr or Facebook are really depressed and sad. And, you know, I mean, that's two different things. But if you struggle with clinical depression or fatigue, or, it's really difficult to find the energy to dig for anything. And you might think that it's easier to just say screw it and go on with your day, la-di-da, but it'll catch up with you. It will. If that's what you're struggling with. So that leads me to the next question about my remedies for depression. Now, I'm not a doctor yet, but I have done some research and I have tried some things that have helped me with my depression. Now, if you watch me, you know that I'm going to say yoga and meditation, because getting your blood flowing, getting your half smile of the Buddha on, and all this, it really does help. It sends a message to the brain. And exercising, of course, will make you feel better, but there's more to it than that for me. And what I've been doing is taking St. John's wort, or St. John's wort, depending on what part of the world you're in. Here in Ireland they call it worth, but in the US they call it wort. I take it 3 times a day, and I found some capsules on Amazon and I ordered them. And the other thing is maca root. Now, I mentioned maca root in my last video, and I got a response from my friend Remy in Australia, and his nutritionist told him that you should be careful with maca because it can boost estrogen levels. The thing about maca is that it's a root, it's a vegetable, and the recommended way to take it is in gelatinized powder form. That's gelatinized as in a process, not gelatin. It's vegan, 100%, the one that I have at least. Nobody knows for sure exactly what maca does. It has protein and fiber and vitamin B and vitamin C, which are all good for you. But it also gives you energy, and it's good for libido. And the general consensus from online forums and trial and error and research and stuff is that it's good for balancing hormones. So I don't know what that means for the trans person on hormone replacement therapy, but for me, I've been taking it for 3 weeks, 3 days on, 3 days off, and St. John's wort 3 times a day, and I feel better. I do. And I still meditate, and I do my yoga, and I walk a lot, and I cook and clean, and I talk to my friends, and I stay in touch with me and with other people. So, even when I feel like crap, I try to act as if I don't, and that, that can make me feel better. So, depression. It can be dealt with, but if you're struggling with severe clinical depression, herbal remedies won't always do the trick. That's not from my personal experience. That's like a disclaimer that I have to give you, because you can only do so much before you have to seek medical attention if you're suicidal. Take care of yourself. Obviously, it's not that obvious to everyone. Okay, so let's just do a little show and tell real fast. Bo wants to be involved. Say hi. Bo. Okay, so little show and tell. This is what I've got going on the regular. I've got my Bo. I've got my St. John's wort. I've got my garlic. I've got vitamin B complex. This is my maca powder. Whoop. This is my maca powder. Oh my god, that's... Oh. That. Whoop. Oh. There you go. Maca. It's from Andean Harvest. And then I put cinnamon on everything. This is chlorophyll concentrate. It's green. You put it in water. You put 18 drops in 8 ounces of water. After you shake it, and then you drink it, and it's good. It tastes like green, just as it tastes like someone put 1 drop of honey in an 8-ounce glass of water, but to me it just tastes like green. It's for building your red blood cells, so it helps with energy and like oxygen. Oh, the smoothie. So what I do for my smoothie is I switch it up, but it's a heaping teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of maca root, and I do coconut milk, and then I'll put fruit in it. And like today, I did lemon and honey, and coconut milk and ice and maca. And to be honest, maca tastes disgusting, but the online reviews say that the best thing to do it with is orange juice or a blueberry lemon smoothie. I find that if I make a smoothie out of it, it still doesn't taste very good and I have to drink it for longer. So I rather just like mix it with water and honey and just pound it and then have like a chaser. That's what works for me. So we're at 12 minutes. Let's see how much we can get out here. My sexuality. This is an upcoming topic on the Working Title Project, and I said on WTP that for the sake of identifying, I would identify as pansexual because I believe that I'm gender blind. But I don't know. That's why I say queer. I have no idea. Right now, I'm dating Jess. Jess is a cis female who identifies as pansexual, but I have been attracted to people all across the gender spectrum. So, Q. Oh, the passport. Okay, so the passport thing, I got my passport the same way everyone else did, I think. I mean, I did go through a name and gender change first, and then I went and they said that I had to have my new birth certificate, which I don't have. So they gave me a temporary passport. But I would be very careful and make sure that you have all of your paperwork before you go to the post office or the passport place. I went to Los Angeles. They gave me the roundabout and asked me if I had had the surgery, which isn't a thing in California. So it was a little embarrassing, but I got my passport. I had my proof of residency and my social security card and my ID and my paperwork from the judge saying my name and gender change and my birth certificate. Did I already say that? I don't know. But I don't really know what you want to know. I mean, there's no hoops. Like, getting a passport is pretty official shit. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for this video, but I will say one more time because there's a lot of questions about the Working Title Project. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll leave a link in the description. Go check it out. You'll see how it works. We have one member for every day of the week, and then we have a handful of contributors. So, say my videos are on Tuesday, which they are. I will upload my video to a separate group that's for WTP members only, and then up to 3 contributors will make a video on whatever I'm talking about, relating to whatever I'm talking about in whatever way they want to relate to it. We've got all kinds of different people, different sort of identifying, all colors, all encompassing everything. So, if you think you have something to offer to the Working Title Project, then send a video response to the video that I've linked down there and subscribe and participate. And even if you don't get on the channel, we take video responses, and I think we're going to make a mashup of video responses whenever we get enough. So that'll be cool. Alright, so if there's any more questions, I'm sure there are, I will make another video soon, and I'm sorry to anybody that I haven't responded to on Tumblr or Facebook. Feel free to message me again. You know, it's really hard to keep track on Tumblr. It really is, and that's not an excuse. I want to message you back, I want to talk to you, I want to answer your questions, but there's a lot going on, and it's a lot of searching through a lot of stuff. So message me on Facebook, message me here, send me a reminder on Tumblr, and I'll find your URL. I love you, I do, and yeah, leave me a comment if I left anything out to do with these topics, and I will respond to you.